scientific method continued as John Jacob Berzelius created a table based upon the atomic weights of the known elements in 1828. In order to better recognize those elements, he gave them symbols or letters. In 1829, a scientist named Johann Dovereiner saw patterns of elements with similar properties. He grouped elements into triads.
Yeah.
For example, he saw that chlorine, bromine, and iodine form a triad. In the modern table, these elements are in the same group. The science of chemistry continued to advance in 1864. A man named John Newlands used the 56 elements known at the time to expand on Dovereiner's triad patterns. He saw that there were even more similarities among the elements, specifically between the first and ninth elements. He called these similarities the law of octaves. In the modern table, these elements are in the same period. He organized these elements into 11 groups based on similar characteristics. The year 1869 was a very important year for the creation of the modern periodic table. In 1864, another scientist named Lothar Meyer had made contributions to its early form. He developed a version of the table using the pattern of the balanced electrons in 28 of the 56 known elements. Then in 1869, he took all of this information and created a periodic table of the 56 known elements based on other elemental properties such as atomic weight. In this same year, 1869, Dmitri Mendeleev created his own table. So why does Mendeleev's table receive so much credit? His table was also based on atomic weights, but it was the way that he arranged this information that made his table so valuable. He arranged the elements in a periodic way. This means that the elements with similar properties were placed underneath each other. The elements with lower atomic weights were placed on the top row. The elements with heavier atomic weights were placed below them. This led to the first periodic table in the form like the one you use today. There were gaps in Mendeleev's table, but those gaps will soon be filled by future discoveries. The truly interesting thing is that as modern science was able to fill these gaps, the form of his table did not need to be altered. Mendeleev had gotten it right. In 1894, a man named William Ramsay discovered the noble gases. In 1913, Henry Moseley calculated the atomic number of each of the known elements. He discovered that the properties of the elements relied only partially on their atomic number. He found that the number of balanced electrons in an atom was what actually contributed chemical properties. Even though elements are placed in the periodic table in order of increasing atomic number, it was shown that the organization of the periodic table is based on electron properties. Mendeleev's form still held. There were two final pieces of the puzzle. In 1932, James Chadwick discovered neutrons, and in 1945, Glenn Seaborg discovered the lanthanides and actinides.
Very good. Thank you.